passion, talent, influence.
That's what we're here to recognize.
A movement that lives right in our own backyard.
Southwest Florida.
So put your glasses up.
Let's give a toast.
Toast to the innovators.
Toast to the creators.
Toast to the go-getters.
The people who wake up every day with a passion to create.
Not for themselves, but for the benefit of the community.
A community that has no limits.
So let's kick back
and toast
to the Goodfellas. If you're watching this, like and subscribe to our YouTube page. It's free. It's really, there's no cost. There's no cost at all. It takes you literally probably less than a second to click on that subscribe button. That would be a great help for us. And if you could give us a review on your favorite streaming platform, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, we would greatly appreciate that as well. Thank you. What's up, man? How's it going?
What up, dog? What up, dog?
We back at EQ, man. Love being here. I love this place.
Yeah,
I'm glad to be here.
It's a little cooler than normal in here.
They fixed the AC. Shout out to Josh. Shout out to Joe.
Yeah.
No, y'all will
keep
probably
icy in here.
keep maintaining the place in a way. So shout out to y'all, man.
Chilly, huh? Yeah.
we got a special episode today, man.
Absolutely, episode 25. We got a guest in here.
It's quarter century, right?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Quarter century episode. I don't know any good players with 25. I'm blanking right now.
Mm-hmm.
You got one in mind?
Nah. Nah.
It's all good though. But we got a real good guest in the building here. By the name of Juslin. This guy, he is the founder of Unovision LLC. So he's gonna come here and tell us a little bit about his Unovision LLC company and a little bit about himself. So what's up, bro?
Well, first and foremost, man, I appreciate you guys having me, man. The quarter century episode. I'm happy to be here. Definitely, it takes 0 seconds, $0 to support these guys, man. Follow. These guys are doing a good job, man. I've been seeing their growth. You guys are definitely doing your thing.
Appreciate it.
So I'm happy to be here, man. It's been a long time coming. So, I hope you guys, are excited to have me here as much as I'm excited to be here as well. So a little bit about myself, though. I graduated from FGCU with this guy right here, 2018, class of 2018, baby. You know the vibes. Shout out to my fraternity, by the way, Phi Beta Sigma fraternity. You already know. A little bit about myself, though. Unovision LLC. It actually started, a fun fact, it actually started as a record label. I actually wanted to start a record label last year, 2019, with, a group of guys. I had my cousin and my other homeboy. They're music producers. They do the thing. Shout out to Boozy and Ace. They're music producers. And I kind of, I graduated with a marketing and management degree. So I decided, what? I love music. I love music. So anybody that knows me, I'm an old soul, so I love music. I like to dab into it. So I figured, that's my niche. I love entertainment. I love camera. I love that, entertainment world. So I wanted to kind of get into where I fit in, you know what I mean? So that Unovision actually came a while ago, the name Unovision, because a lot of people ask me, why Uno? You know what I mean? Why Unovision? And I tell them, the story is really simple. My freshman year in high school, we used to play Uno cards a lot. We used to play Uno, a lot in class. Yeah. You know what I mean? In math class, we used to play Uno a lot. And man, my math teacher, man, he would be so mad. We'd be in the corner, me and my homeboys would just be playing Uno. And, I love Uno. That's my favorite card game. And I claim myself as the best Uno guy out here. So, if you want to play one time, holla at me. But really, it really just kind of came from that Uno name, and then the vision, just something I envisioned everything I want to make happen. I just kind of put it together, and I just called it One Vision, just one tunnel. So really, that's where the name came about, Unovision. Like I said, it started as a record label, but now I kind of turned it into an entertainment kind of business. You know what I mean? Because I take photos and videos. So that's really what Unovision overall I wanted to be. It's just an entertainment kind of thing.
Dude, that is deep, man.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. So
how many people have asked if that? Oh, is that Univision in a way? Because you know Univision, right?
Yeah, the Spanish channel on TV. Yeah, that's crazy because every time I type in that name on YouTuber, that's the first thing that comes up.
They think they
pay a lot of money.
It's tough to have that attached. And I know they've been here for a while, so I know kind of is I'm not gonna compete with them, but Unovision is just its own thing, so. But I had maybe one or two ask me like, yo, did you get any nah, it's not the same. You know what I mean? So
I can see it now. Like, hey, you guys have any Spanish content?
Hey, man, I love my Spanish folks, so got to keep it uno.
So where are you from originally?
I'm from the Bahamas. I was actually born in Haiti. My folks, they're Haitian, but I was raised in the Bahamas. Mm-hmm. So I've been there. I came here when I was 9 years old, so I've been here for 16 years. So I would say
in Florida,
Naples, Florida. So I grew up in Naples, Florida, man.
You're Floridian, then.
I was Floridian. I'm a Florida boy, man. I'm a Florida boy. I've been here for a while, so
239,
239, baby. 239, man. So when I actually first came out here, I lived in Fort Lauderdale area, Lauderhill. I was out there for 2 years, and then I moved to Naples. So
different city for sure. Different people.
Totally different place, man.
Yo, tell me about your projects, man. I know you just dropped a video with Rolf, right?
Yeah, shout out to Rolf, man.
I saw that video.
Shout out to Rolf, man. That man's very that man's very creative, talented. Man. He's very talented. That video came out of nowhere. He just wanted to kind of work on a project, and I was just like, sure, why not? I've been kind of been off the media, just kind of focusing on a lot of things that I got going. Actually been one of the, since the COVID and everything, a lot of people's been having time, especially me. So I've been wanting to work on a little art exhibit. I was doing, right when the Corona hit, I got furloughed at my job. So I lost my job and I was kind of figuring out, you know what? I looked at this painting I had at home and I stopped painting it for once I got into college, I stopped painting it and I kept looking at it every time I got home. I'm like, I got to finish this. Yeah. I got nothing but time now. So once I started working on that art piece, I posted it on Snapchat and a lot of people liked it. So that kind of motivated me to keep, wanting to do my art. So I was like, I can do this. Let me get back to it. I got to just stop being lazy. Mm-hmm. So after that, just, it's been skyrocketing now. So, but I'm not taking any client works right now because it's a lot of work, man.
See what the power of a like does? It has a lot of power.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. How much do you spend on materials and how much you think the labor is worth on top of that?
Well, it all depends. So me, I like to I save money. I don't know about you guys, but I like to save money. So a lot of my tools or I reuse them. Of course I shop on Amazon, so I like to buy my stuff in bulk. Mm-hmm. So I buy a big oil for my oil painting. I buy big paint tools. That way I can just use them over and over and over again. That I'm not spending money, but because they are expensive. A canvas, 18 by 24 canvas is about $15 off of one, one canvas. So imagine 10 or 15 of those. It's a lot of money. So I spend a good amount, man. I spend a good amount, but I get it back. So
yeah, I feel you. That's why I asked, because sometimes I feel that people, when they try to negotiate a price, they don't understand the amount of money you spend on materials and the time you take. You know what I mean? So it's the price is what the price is. And when I was doing cartoons on Adobe Illustrator, I'd get these insane lowball amounts, and I'm like, man, let me tell you something. I could walk you through how much time that takes and concentration and all that. You know what I mean?
For real.
And the work is good. I'm confident in my work. I'm sure you're very confident in your work as well,
very
right?
Nice, for real.
Yeah. So I was just curious about that. Mm-hmm. That's dope.
Yeah, that video, when I saw you had the what's the proper term for
the apron?
Yeah, I wanted to call it the apron, but I didn't know
you chefing something up.
You definitely cooking something up.
Cooking something up, man. Yeah.
The whole aesthetic of it, bro, it looked really awesome.
Yeah, so it was pretty dope.
Definitely shout out to Ralph.
Ralph,
was that the painting that you were referencing? Working on there?
Yeah, that painting, I'm actually working on it right now. It's actually done. It's actually done. I just got to throw in my little Unovision name on there, and that's about it. That painting is actually for my brother. Because it's an album cover from Camp Low. Mm-hmm. So they actually, once I posted that video on Instagram, I tagged the actual artist that's from that group. It's two guys, and he He actually followed me. Oh. Yeah, I tagged him. He liked the picture. He followed me, and you know what I mean. That's a hip hop legend. You know what I mean. So shout out to them boys. So that painting's done. So I'm excited about it.
That's dope. What's your favorite thing to paint?
My favorite thing to paint. Oh man, that's a good question. I honestly don't have a favorite thing to paint, but my favorite thing to paint really would just be anything that comes to my mind. Like if I'm not doing it for a client, as bad as that sounds, when I'm actually doing it for a client, it seems like a job. Yeah, it becomes a job. You know what I mean? Because now you gotta make it perfect. You gotta make it to their liking. You know what I mean? So for me, it's just kind of like when I'm doing my own thing, my own piece, like whatever comes to my mind, that's my favorite kind of art. You know what I mean? It just comes straight from the head. So I'm not worrying about how it looks.
Okay. As an artist, though, like how much weight does the client hold in terms of being able to request specifics from the art they request from you?
Man, what do you mean by that? As far as like what?
Like for example, let's say I wanted to have a mural of myself, right? And I'm like, okay, I don't really give you too much instruction onto it, but I'm like, yeah, I just want it to look realistic.
Okay. And so like how involved?
Yeah, how involved is the customer in your process?
To be honest, since everything is new to me, this is my first time I'm actually making my art and selling it. Because like I said, I went to school, like I didn't never really touch my art like that. Nobody really knew I did art except, for my close friends and whatnot. But I really don't let the customers get involved because it becomes very rigorous. Like I'm showing this person, how do you like this? Because a lot of people forget that when I'm painting, it's not gonna like replicate like the picture because the dimensions are different. Of course, it's a different canvas. It's a bigger item that I'm doing it on. So a lot of people is looking at the pictures that they sending me, like, why is it not looking like this or why is it not like that? You know what I mean? So I definitely keep it to myself, and then I kind of show them the final product, and then hopefully they like it. And I haven't had any. I had one bad customer, man. It was bad. It was really bad.
You want to explain?
Tell us a story.
OMG, this is actually recent too, and I was just like, this is exactly. I told my pops because my pops he referred me to this lady that I'm not gonna say no names or anything, but she's from a different state, and she wanted me to paint something for her dad. Her dad's birthday was coming up, September 8th, and she actually reached out to me like I would say the month before that, and it was kind of close because of the picture she wanted. You know what I mean? And I was doing other things, and I wasn't working on client works right now. So for me to actually have her like for me to actually do something for her. I had to charge her a deposit, whatever the case may be, the politics behind, the money. And, I started it. I felt like it was good. I showed my peers, my folks were saying, yo, this is good. This is good. Sent it back to her, and she said she didn't like it. And she didn't like it because the head size was too big. And I was trying to explain to her, like, the picture that I'm sending to you is not going to look like when you see the canvas in real life because of the dimensions are different. You know what I mean? Like, just the way that the person took the picture is just different. She didn't like it. She said it was too big. It don't look good. I sent it to maybe like 8, 9 of my peers and asked them, I was like, what do you guys think about this picture? What do you guys see? Like, what can I do, do to make this picture look better? I sent them the picture and I actually sent them the paint and they were like, a little bit of details maybe. And they never even spoke about the size of the head. So I don't know where but then again, she's a customer. So I had to respect, if she don't like it, she don't like it. No matter who else likes it or not. She's the customer and she's paying her money. So I took care of it, but man, that was the first time I was just like, damn, it was really like, it was rough.
Was it her that you were doing?
It was her dad. Her father's birthday was coming up September 8th and she wanted something. She really only gave me like 3 weeks to do it.
The thing is, I've realized that, and that's the same thing with Illustrator. I've had to do revisions too, and I feel like, damn, if I'm doing a revision, I feel like my stuff is trash. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that that's kind of normal, that there's revisions that are always being submitted in a way. And I think when people submit a picture of them or someone close to them, they're very anal about how exactly they're supposed to look. And if it looks a little off, and they see them every day, then they're going to have a problem with it, and they judge it more. So I've realized that I've had to do some like really dumb revisions before, like, can you just like add something like right here or like a shadow, and I'm like, I add it, and I'm like, it really doesn't make a huge difference, but you notice it so much because you see yourself every day, or you see that person, every day, and like you need to see that.
Right.
But the picture looks very good. So, yeah. You're speaking my language here, man.
And it's for you though, and it's for you. It's like you got to make those revisions because it's like they're the customer.
They're the customer.
You have to.
They're the customer, and then they still proceed to lowball you when you want to. Like it's like no, like how about this? You pay me this, and you have unlimited revisions because it takes time. Because then you get conscious of. Okay, they want me to fix this, but I'm like, okay, I really gotta fix it.
Right.
Like, I hope it comes out good. I don't want to mess it up, and then I gotta go and fix other things about it as well to kind of level it out. Exactly. You know what I mean?
I was that guy at the restaurant where they bring back the food, like, it doesn't have enough salt. So he takes it to the back, doesn't do anything to it, brings it back. He's like, yeah, I put more salt in it for you.
And they like it.
And they like it that time.
Well, there's times where it's like that. Sometimes it comes down to that.
It's all in the mind. It's all in the mind.
It's a mind thing. If you bring it back and you speak it to existence that it got done, they're going to most likely believe you.
That's what it is, man.
Yeah.
I know people though in real life that like I'll submit a project to them, and every single time they're like, I think it needs work, and they say that just because they want to make sure you get like a second pair of eyes on it. It may not even need work, but they're always gonna tell you, I think it needs work. You ever run into anybody like that in a corporate chain?
Oh yeah,
bro. Like
yeah. For sure. They're always like that.
Never satisfied.
Never satisfied.
It's because they always, in a way, it's either like they always want the best out of you or they're just trying to be a dick.
I think the guy that does it to me is trying to be a dick.
Yeah.
But
there's a lot of assholes out here, man. I can say that, right?
Yeah, you can definitely.
Okay. Of course, bro. Come on, man. Get your drink, bro. You're drinking something, bro. Go ahead, man. Just feel comfortable, bro. This is your time to shine. You know what I mean?
I'm happy to be here, man. Shout out to these guys for real, man.
Yeah. So you've been off social media like every now and then, right? So what's your tactic behind that?
Honestly, man, I kind of feel like nowadays with everything that's going on, man, I kind of feel like a lot of people is just being comfortable like what they're doing, just staying home and do or whatever. If they're working or whatever the case may be, I feel like everybody is on their phone or talking about their life on social media. And I'm a person that like kind of just stay in my own lane. You know what I mean? I kind of like mind my own business. So it's like when I am on the media and I spend hours on like media, like social medias. If it's Instagram, I could find myself scrolling for like 30, 40 minutes and the time's going by. Yeah. I just kind of feel like, time is important. You can't get time back. So the 30 minutes I could have been spending on Instagram, I could have been painting or something else, you know what I mean? So I just kind of take a break from it. I'm not addicted to social medias or anything, but I see folks every single day. It's like they're posting what they're doing. Oh, I'm about to eat this now. I'm about to go here now. It's like, man, you don't got to broadcast your whole life, man. It's not, figure something out, man. There's just better things behind the phone. So put your phone down sometimes, And I've been reading a lot too. So that's really where I've been, I kind of been taking a break off of social media, but.
That's good, man. That's good. I recently just deleted Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I deleted the app.
It's not the same
And
anymore.
honestly, I don't miss it.
It's not the same
I don't
anymore,
miss it.
Man.
I'm honestly debating never going back to it. And I'm thinking about maybe going off Instagram for a while because the weeks, I've taken a couple weeks off social media this year.
Okay.
Yeah. I've never really done that since the whole social media thing just came up.
You need to.
And honestly, those weeks that I took off social media have been outstanding weeks for me. Mentally, emotionally, even physically.
That's good, man.
And you're right, man. You're right. So, like, I like that you said that. I like that you said that, you're too. You want to be locked in and focused, because I could find myself scrolling through things, on social media. Because maybe I'm like, maybe I might run into something that I can learn.
Right.
But I'm like, there's definitely other ways to, gain that knowledge.
You see everything on the social medias, man. You don't even got to watch TV to watch the news anymore. It's right there. Shade Room is right there. Everything's right there.
Right. So I know a lot of younger people, especially like even my nephew, for instance. Like he doesn't even really watch TV.
Right.
He'll watch YouTube videos on stuff. Watch YouTube videos on different things.
Yeah, YouTube, man. YouTube, you get all information, man.
YouTube
honestly,
is clouding.
I think YouTube is one of the best social media platforms.
Oh yeah,
for the simple fact that it's kind of like a podcast platform.
YouTube University.
Yeah, it's so dynamic and and it's ever changing. You can find anything on there.
You can learn anything on YouTube.
But I kind of want to bring it back to Southwest Florida a little bit because you said you've been here for a minute. So how have you seen this area change in your lens?
Man, I definitely see a lot of change as far as like where we're at spacing. Mm-hmm. Yo, back in the days, back in like 06, 05, like straight woods, certain areas where I'm from, especially Naples. Now it's all buildings, storages. Like I'm like, yo, what's going on? This is like the new, like, this is about to be a real city for real. About to have like buildings like Miami. But it's definitely grown a lot, man. Being here for 16 years, you know, Naples is a quiet city, man. It's a lot of old folks, so it's a lot of rich folks. But, you know, it's good because it's not a lot of violence over there. You know what I mean? It's not a lot of violence. Mm-hmm. So it's good to just, you know, my mom and my dad, they out there just being safe. Mm-hmm. But it's boring, man. It gets boring. You know, I definitely had my fair share in high school, in middle school. I had my times, but, man, I don't see much growth as an entertainer, you know, especially what I'm trying to do. Mm-hmm. There's not much growth in Naples, I think, you know, so I definitely got to, you know, use my means wisely. So.
Yeah. So when you're not like on social media and you're not painting, what are some of the things that you do on your free time?
Oh, man, I've been trying to get this body right, man. I'm trying to get like my guy right here. I'm trying to get my guys out here, man. Honestly, yeah, I just been trying to stay in shape. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, you can fall behind.
Yo, them quarantine snacks.
You can fall behind. And I'm a person, man, if I have one bad day and I let it carry to 2 bad days, man, that 2 bad days is going to turn into 2 weeks. And then 2 weeks turn into months. So I try to keep myself active. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've been reading a lot. Just trying to learn a lot, man. Stocks. I've been trying to read a lot of books about stocks. Just trying to get knowledge and, you know, be there for the family. Really, that's it.
I've caught myself throughout this coronavirus time since like mid-March. Like I get into certain phases of like I'm doing something a lot and then I do something else a lot. And then it falls into the same thing, like the same cycle, you know, like for a moment I was really doing a lot of Adobe Illustrator.
You're going hard in it.
Yeah. And now it's just like I haven't done it just because I've just been so slammed, you know, with other things.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah, and then you just fall into another phase of like, okay, I'm doing this now. And yeah, it's crazy, bro.
It's definitely crazy. And it's crazy you say that because it's like I used to work at Enterprise and like I was working 12-hour shifts. 5.5 days.
Oh, I know that Enterprise life, man. It's
7 in the morning.
I did an internship there. I did an internship there.
It's a killer, especially I have a bad back, so standing on my feet and it was just bad. So I realized now that I don't work for Enterprise and the time I have, it's just like I still don't have time because I'm trying to dab into so many things, and that's the number one thing I'm trying to work on is organizing myself and stop procrastinating so much because I be procrastinating. You know what I mean? That's a killer. So you know, I get exactly what you're saying, man, because you're always dabbing into something. I bought a trumpet. I used to play the trumpet in middle school, and I bought a trumpet like maybe 3 months ago, and I haven't even touched it yet because of time.
That's still a good investment.
Yeah, I definitely want to learn that, man.
Yeah,
I think
it's collecting dust, bro.
It's collecting dust. I know, but I'm definitely gonna put some time for it.
Be out here in these clubs.
Hey, the trumpet, man. I'm trying to do something nice with it, man. I love music, like I said, so why not? You know, I played it for 2 years in middle school. I think I was pretty decent. I think I was nice, man. I wish I followed it, but you know, I thought I was gonna make it to the NFL, so.
No, you're gonna make it in the NFL?
Yeah, that's why when I got to high school, I just stuck to football and didn't do band.
True. What position you played?
I played running back. I played linebacker.
That's why you got the bad back, huh?
Oh man, this is bad back. You know, I'm taking care of it though. I go to chiropractor like 3 times a week.
That's good though.
Yeah, I have a bad back, man.
Well, shout out to all the chiropractors.
Shout out to the chiropractors.
They're underrated, bro. Like if you ever have back problems and you went to a chiropractor, bro, they patch you up real quick.
Yeah, really man. I'm not gonna lie, bro. When I was very pudgy, I had some bad back problems, man. Yeah. And like I just started working out and just changing my diet a little bit.
It's gotten better.
It's gotten way better, bro. Yeah, my back has gotten way better.
That's why I've been trying to stay healthy, man, because health is wealth. Without being healthy, bro, you can't really function like that, man. You got one body, so you got to listen to it. So.
Absolutely. One thing that's very recognizable, at least on your social media platform, is you have this idea of like you just trying to take care of your family, and I think that's very common, at least a lot of younger people. So I kind of want to ask you like where that mentality came from.
Damn, that's dope. That's I'm happy you see that. You know what I mean? Because my description is my family got to make sure they eat. Like I want to make sure I feed my family. Everybody's gonna be good. I feel like, since I'm the first one to go to college in my family, like, coming from Nassau, Bahamas, man, it's a small island. There's not much to do out there, man. Coming here, at a young age, I kind of looked at it as like, man, I'm here. There's a big opportunity for me. It's like, why not seize it and going to school and, getting my degrees? Like, it's just like, why can't why can't my family be good? Like, they've been taking care of me all my life. Like, why can't my mom relax or my dad? Why can't they relax? Why not? There's a lot of money out there. It's like, why can't I feel like that's everybody's goals, man. I'm sure you want to take care of your family. I'm sure you want to make sure your family good, Yeah. So I feel like that's everybody's goal, man. That's what drives me, man. Every time I wake up, I think like, my family got to eat. I'm a stand-up guy, man. I like to take care of my folks around me. Yeah. If you're around me, bro, you're going to be taken care of.
See, I bring that up because it's kind of different, at least how I see things in terms of like the makeup, at least of the United States. Okay. Because I feel like there's not a lot of people who are really concerned about making sure that their family is straight because their family is straight.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they're kind of a little bit more selfish in making sure that they're good. They're good.
Yeah.
So to be able to differentiate, those mentalities kind of, puts into perspective, how you were raised.
Right.
And some of the struggles that, some of us share. But I love that mentality, bro.
Nah, man,
definitely love that mentality.
Coming from the islands, and I'm sure you guys, it's different, man. It's different. So we're gonna be good, though. Just taking it day to day.
Yeah, man. I like how you're manifesting your vision, though.
Manifestation, man.
Yeah, man. Number one thing. I do. We talked about this with Ricardo when he was here about reflecting.
Shout out to Ricardo, man.
Yeah, shout out to Ricardo, man. Great episode.
I love that. I was watching that the other day.
Yeah, man. He killed it. Did his thing. So we're talking about like reflecting, and I'm a big reflector. I like to look back at like how my family, how everything was with my family, my younger life, and all that, and like the struggles that we went through sometimes, and I'm like, man, I'm at the age where I can really try to make a difference. That whatever, if I have a family in the future, they got to go through those struggles, right, that we have here in the States.
Right.
So, I think about that shit every day.
All the time.
And that shit sometimes gets to me, man. It gets to me, bro.
It's a mental battle.
Yeah.
Because it's not easy.
It's not, bro. It's really not, man.
It's not easy.
It's just like, and I'm like the most impatient person in the world. Like, I want stuff done right now.
Right away.
And I don't want to wait next week. I don't want to wait next month. I don't want to even wait tomorrow. I want it done right now. So, like, you're right, bro. Like that shit, sometimes, it gets me going. That's why I feel like I gotta stay busy because I'm like on a mission in a way.
Exactly. I feel that, man. You gotta always keep yourself busy, man. You can't get lost in the sauce. For real.
Bro, I say that saying all the time. And it's like a hit or miss with some people. Some people look at me like, what the hell are you talking about? And I'm like, you never heard of that?
Can't get lost in the sauce, man. Shout out to Gucci.
Yeah, for real.
But I kind of want to bring that to something else too, because it was something I was going to bring up, is because I feel like we always get into that talk about making sure that we like to stay busy. But do you ever feel that guilty when you try to take some time for yourself, like with some free time? Because I know I feel guilty all the time. Like when I have like some time to maybe like play some video games, there's always that little thought in the back of my mind, like you really should be playing video games right now. You could be doing something else.
You could be doing something. I sometimes I feel that way only because it's like I know my ability, like I know what I need to get done, like I know things, like because then I find myself like when I do have like my due dates, right? I do set myself up with due dates. Like, okay, I need to get this done. I'm trying to get better with organizing. Like, I actually bought a notebook, writing stuff down just so I can, keep myself up to pace because sometimes I'm looking at the days, it's Friday and I'm thinking it's Tuesday. I'm like, wow, where's this time gone? So I definitely feel where you're coming from because, keeping busy, man, it sometimes could be something that goes a long way as far as like coming into your mentally, like in your mind. Because when you do say like, yo, I feel guilty. So I'm here sitting down trying to play some Grand Theft Auto, but I'm like, dang, like I should go exercise, But sometimes you need that though. You need that because as long as you're disciplining yourself and you know that you can bounce back from whatever you're doing, you need that time for yourself because if you're busy, man, if you don't have that time for yourself, bro, you're not gonna function. You can't function. So
yeah, man. I'm trying to read this book. It's called Getting Things Done, like the Art of Productivity.
Okay.
Because I want to be productive, but at the same time, I think you guys are right that those small breaks are good for you, even if you feel guilty about it. Like, we were just talking to Josh outside. He took 2 months off. He was like, yo, 2 months off. Like, I was just slacking a little bit, but he came back and he was just fired up.
Yep.
He was fired up, man. Like, and I think, too, we compare timelines with other people, with our competitors in a way. And I think that is what eats us up.
That's true.
Comparing timelines. Just because somebody gets something done in like 2 months doesn't mean that you got to get it done in 2 months.
That's right.
Everybody is going through different stuff in their life and encounter different situations and just maneuver a different way. So, you know, to anybody listening, you shouldn't don't feel like you need to compare your timeline. You know,
that's true.
You get it done when you get it done.
You gotta follow your pace, and that's it.
Yeah. That's how motherfuckers be losing their mind.
That's it. For real.
Honestly.
Yeah, that's just me personally. Like, I know that's been like a thing that I've been really monitoring this whole year, is making sure that I don't burn myself out, because, you know, I've been at those breaking points a couple times already, but also try to like be patient with myself, because how many times do like we give other people the benefit of the doubt?
A lot,
right? We give people the benefit of the doubt all the time, but how many times do we give ourselves the benefit of the doubt?
Not too many,
right?
No. I'm hard on myself, man.
Well, like, as we should be, and that's kind of built into like how we were raised, you know, because you know I feel like we all come from a similar backgrounds where like you got to make it, you know. If you don't make it, no one else is gonna make it for you.
But what is you got to make it? What is that?
So like I know for me personally, like when I say yo, you got to make it, I have to be able to reach the potential that I think that I'm capable of, and whatever that is. Because it's been molded over time, you know. I've gone through stages where I didn't know what the hell I wanted to do.
Right.
And then I've gone through stages where it's crystal clear what I want to do. You know. Man. And through those times, I can't even talk today. Those transformative years, you know, you kind of have a idea of like what you could take and how much pressure you could put on yourself before you break. And I feel like when it comes to me, I know I made it when I feel successful, you know?
That's real.
And there's just certain milestones and goals that I have that once I reach those goals, I'll know, like, okay, I'm where I'm at.
Why you, James?
Man, honestly, don't even know.
Like, you don't know. Like, so what's your definition of
making it?
Of making it in your world? What's your metric?
Just like how you said, I'm big into manifestation. You know, I believe in like anything I say to myself and I pray for it, it's gonna be there. You know what I mean? I believe that anything that happens in my life is supposed to go that way. You know what I mean? So I believe that I've been saying, yo, I need to be successful. Like I need to be successful since I was a young guy. I feel like, you know, I've seen that for me. I've seen my mom in a nice house. I've seen, you know, all that. Like, my parents are just chilling. My sister's in school. My brother's in school. Like, I've seen all that, and I'm manifesting that. So, for me, it's just kind of like just getting to where you need to fit in, because I honestly don't know how to make it. I don't know. You know what I mean? I sit at the house. Sometimes I sit outside on the stairs. I'm like, what is it? Like, what do I need to do to get where I need to be? You know what I mean? And it's tough because, like you said, man, it definitely, like, you know, I'm a guy. I'm a busy guy. I like to dab into everything. Everybody that knows me is like, Jay, you always doing this. I want to be a director. I want to be this. I want to be a rapper. Sometimes I want to damn do poetry. You know what I mean? But it's just like, I got to try to figure out like exactly. I personally don't know what it is, but I just know that I manifested that I'm going to be successful. And I know in time it's going to come, whatever it is, whether it's art, entertainment, whatever it is, it's going to happen. But I you know, it's just a matter of time. I really don't know, you know?
What about you, Alan?
What about you? Yeah, what about you, man?
I feel like sometimes I made it.
Okay.
Because I didn't grow up in a poor area, but I grew up, you know, there's a lot of crazy conflict.
Of course,
you know,
man.
and like there's times like today where I was in my patio and looking at the lake. No phone, no music.
Nothing.
No nothing. Just peaceful. just by myself.
Nature.
I'm relaxed. I'm relaxed. I feel fantastic. I'm alive. I'm breathing. You know, like
that's real.
There was nothing on my mind in that moment, but that water moving in the lake. Nothing on my mind. I felt free. I think when I get to the point where I somewhat feel relaxed in a way, I think that is when I made it. You know? And that's why sometimes I feel like I made it because of that moment I had today. You know?
That's real. That's deep, man.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Bro, shout out to nature, though.
Nature
really giving us these glimpses of being able
to. I mean, I could go on about it, but that's just how I see it, you know?
Free.
And there's times where, you know, I feel like everything I try to do, I'm always gonna want something more from it, so I'm never gonna be satisfied. Okay. Ever. No matter what. You know, there's not gonna get to a point where, you know what, I did this and this. I'm just gonna stop. Why do you think billionaires want to go for more money like Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates? You know what I mean? Because you just don't want to stop. You know, there's something in your mind that triggers you that you have to keep going. You know, and I do want to work on things, and I have many things I want to accomplish personally for myself. But sometimes I got to check myself and be like, yo, like I'm grateful, and things right now have been really good to me than a lot better than before.
Okay.
You know?
Right.
You know, I gotta learn how to appreciate that moment more and be more grateful for it.
That's real. That's real, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. So I kind of want to get the conversation a little bit back on you. So I kind of want you to tell us about your time at FGCU, because we all graduated from FGCU.
Yeah.
But we all probably have different, experiences.
We had class together, man. We had strategy class. Yeah.
It's our guy right here, man. Man, FGCU, man. You know, I came in 2014. It's definitely. I wasn't even supposed to go to FGCU, but it was this opportunity that you can't take upon. Like, you get full ride to college, you're gonna take it. You don't want no loans. Sure. You know, man. Shout out to high school I went to, man. Community school in Naples, man. They doing their thing out there, man. Shout out to those guys. But most definitely, I enjoyed my time at FGCU, man. I graduated within 4 years, and like I did an extra semester just so I could come back and get my second degree. I was actually supposed to graduate 2018 spring, but I decided to take 4 extra classes and then come back in the fall so I can obtain. I turned my minor management into a major, so I ended up graduating with 2 majors. But man, I could say a lot about FGCU, man. We could be here for hours, but you know, I met a lot of great guys along the way, man. I definitely had my time out there, but I seen the growth in FGCU, especially like the housings area, like. Now University Village, they built it out there, and I think I had my fair share out there. You know, I definitely was, you know, one of those guys where I went to class and just kind of, you know, went right back to my room and just kind of had to get some things done. I ain't really linger around campus like that, but you know, if I can go back, man, I'll definitely enjoy myself more. Yeah, yeah. I think I wasn't really like out there much. You know what I mean? Yeah. But that's just the guy I am.
Do you see the value in your education now that you're outside of school?
I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of things that, you know, in a business aspect, in the business world, because I've been learning a lot about insurance and stuff. So I've been seeing a lot of stuff like little terms that I've learned from school, like annuities, stuff like that. Like, I'm like, dang, you know what? They really taught me some things, you know? They really taught me some things.
There's sometimes where I'm like, I remember that in school, but I was too busy trying to finesse my way through the class and not really pay full attention to it. But in the long run, it's like, yo, I should have paid attention at that moment. Yeah, I feel you.
I definitely. What about you guys, man? Because what year you graduated?
I graduated 2018.
2018 too? Oh, okay. 2018, man. Was it fall or spring?
It was fall.
Fall? Oh, wow. Okay. Class. Okay, 2018 fall.
We vibing, bro. We vibing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my time at FGCU, it was definitely a little longer than anticipated. But in my opinion, it was well worth it. Just because, you know, I met a lot of great people.
What year you came in?
Bro, I came in 2011.
2011, okay. 2011. So you've seen that growth.
Yeah, I've seen that growth for sure.
Yeah, you've seen that growth.
I've had my struggles within college and trying to, I had to take time off to come back. But throughout that whole time, I met some great people, had some great experiences, and I learned a lot about myself,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I feel like it was a perfect time for me to be able to fail and see what kind of opportunities I would allow myself to have again.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like until you totally at the bottom and you fail, you're not going to really learn much about yourself, how much you could take.
That's real.
And I feel like it gave me that opportunity to see if I was going to pick myself up or was going to let myself be in despair. And, I picked myself up and I'm in the position I'm in now. So definitely times where I feel like, I made it, but never satisfied for sure.
That's good, man.
What about you, Alan? What about you?
My time at GCU was really good.
Wasn't out there, man. He was involved in everything.
Nah, bro, I wasn't involved in anything.
I was able to see you. Some functions.
Yeah, some functions. The connections that I built within FGCU, the quality people I've met, man, that I feel like I wouldn't have met in Miami. As much as I love Miami, I love to talk about that. I'm from there and all that. I met some fantastic people here, and it started at FGCU, man. And I've had some friends that I feel like they're lifelong friends, as well.
For sure.
And yeah, like I'm glad that it's expanding. I'm glad that it's growing. Even when I was there in 2014, when I started, there was still like room for development. Now it's skyrocketing, bro. Those dorms are getting completely filled. The development around the new apartment complexes, and I'm glad. I'm excited to see how this area pops up, man. FGCU is one of those
definitely growing.
Yeah, it's like the foundation of it.
It's a growing university, man. Mm-hmm. I want to ask you guys. I know you guys are asking me questions, but for you yourself, you what was your major that you graduated with?
So I graduated with communication.
Communication degree. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then you said you came in 2011. Did you come in with like the mindset that you like? Did you want to go to FGCU from the beginning, or did you kind of was it something you fell upon?
My story is crazy. We go hours talking about it. But I came from New York City.
Oh, okay.
And I moved to Port Charlotte when I was about 12. So like my perspective on school was like it was never an option. Like my family was like you're going to college or you're not living here because you gotta figure some shit out, like some type of thing. I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to college. But I knew my family couldn't pay for me to get into college.
Right.
So I had to find a way to do it on my own. And I took those avenues to get to where I'm at today, and I did what I had to do. But I'm pretty happy with where I'm at right now.
That's good, man.
And a lot of my family, still in New York City. But, everybody does what they got to do.
So how did you hear about FGCU, though, like from being from New York?
Well, I lived in Port Charlotte.
Oh, yeah,
and
you
went
did
to
move,
high school in Port Charlotte.
You just said that. Yeah, you were Port Charlotte.
Yeah.
My parents actually moved to North Port Charlotte.
That's an upcoming area too.
That place was so dead, man. This is like my senior year in high school.
Bro, it was
I didn't live with them. I didn't live with them because I had to graduate. I had to graduate from the high school I was at,
but like they're definitely growing, just like this city is growing. So you're going to see a lot of growth within Sarasota all the way to Naples. This whole area of Southwest Florida is like booming right now.
It's about to go crazy.
But our tradition here on our podcast. Towards the end of our podcast, we always ask our guests the same question. We have you guys envision yourself giving a toast to the people of Southwest Florida. So we're gonna ask you the same question.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah, I gotta be.
It's right here, bro.
Let it come from the heart.
I gotta let it come from the heart. All right.
So if you can make a toast to the people of Southwest Florida, what would you like them to hear from you?
Okay. Dang, that's a tough one right there. Well, growing up in Southwest Florida, man, it's always been taking care of me. You know what I mean? I had my ups and downs, but I definitely like to see the growth out here. Definitely like to see more structure as far as for the youth. For us, like I feel like we're the voice for today. Me being 25, man, I felt like a lot of people like to, look up to me as a mentor. I kind of feel like, with the growing city in Naples, my little brother's being 11. I just wish there's more things that, for the kids out here, It's just because the timing we're living in, man. I hate to see that technology's taking over as far as everybody being on their phone and just YouTube. These little kids, man, like my little brother's in 5th grade and he has a laptop. You know what I mean? I didn't have my first phone until my junior year. So I definitely, want to say, Southwest Florida, man, you guys been taking care of me, man. It's been a journey out here. I definitely see the city growing. I love it out here. I'm a Florida boy, man. I can't leave my roots. But really, that's all I gotta say, man. Just keep it growing, keep it coming, man, and just make sure you guys keep the old folks back at home, though. You know what I mean? Because the traffic is crazy. That's all I gotta say for you guys. Yo,
that's a great toast, man. Where can everybody follow you and contact you?
Everybody can follow me on Instagram. I still got my art page. Even though my personal page is off right now, but you guys can still follow me. It's Compose Guy 3. It's my personal page. I also have my art page. It's Unovision Create _. And I also have my entertainment page, which is Unovision R. So you guys can follow me out there if you need be.
Bet. We'll post that at the end of the episode. All the contact information and pictures of his amazing work. Trust me, you guys will love it. You guys are going to want to contact him.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yo, it's been a pleasure having you on the show, man. We got to bring you back.
It's definitely fun, man. Hey, whenever you guys need me out here, I definitely make my round, man. It was I'm excited, that I was a part of the 25th episode.
Hey, man, quarter century,
man. This episode is special, so thank you guys for having me, man, and continue doing what you guys want doing. I definitely like the growth, man. Seeing you guys a year ago and now where you guys are at, man. I'm proud of you guys.
Appreciate it, man. Did you want to dedicate this episode to anybody?
Actually, I just want to shout out my brother, man. Shout out to my brother. He's doing this thing, man. He's a YouTuber. He follow him on subscribe to his page, man. Look Out Sports, Look Out Reviews. He kind of does his thing on his sports page. He motivates me. Seeing him go hard makes me, motivates me just to keep going hard myself. Shout out to everybody back at home, you know what I mean? Shout out to family. I appreciate everybody, and thank you.
Yeah,
of course, man, it was fun, bro.
Another episode in the books, Alan.
That's it, man.
Yes, sir. Have a good night, everybody.
Peace.
All right.